Now, hello children, and welcome to today's session. In this session, we are going to talk about preposition. In our last session for English language, we had started with the preposition. I have told you what prepositions are. Prepositions are basically those words that are prepositions are those words which are usually placed before a noun or a pronoun to show its relationship with other words in a sentence. Those words are known as prepositions. We had done kinds of preposition, that is preposition of place. We had done preposition of place, we had done preposition of time, and we had done that preposition are classified into three types: place, time, and direction. And then we had done different types of preposition, that they are simple preposition, phrasal preposition, and compound preposition. So we had on that in our last turn we had done uses of preposition. We had done uses of preposition on. Now we are going to talk about use of preposition onto. Use of preposition onto. Now, preposition on is somewhat similar. Preposition onto is somewhat similar to the preposition on. The only difference is that when the object becomes on is used for a moving object, and onto is used for a stationary object. Then onto is used when a moving object becomes stationary. When the object is in moving position and then it becomes stationary at some point of time, then preposition on is used, onto is used instead of preposition on. For example, if I say a cat jumped onto the table, a cat jumped onto the table. If I say a cat jumped onto the table. This word onto. If I am saying a cat jumped onto the table, this word onto shows that the object was in moving position, that is the cat was in moving position, but after reaching to some place, that object has become stationary. So in such a situation, always remember that preposition on is used instead of preposition onto is used instead of preposition on. Is it clear? If I say the monkey climbed onto the roof, the monkey climbed onto the roof. If I say a monkey climbed onto the roof. So, first of all, monkey is an object and it was in moving position, but after reaching the roof, it stopped. That is why preposition onto is being used. Okay? Is it clear? Is it clear? After reaching, an object is in moving position, but after reaching a specific. Yes, we were talking about preposition onto. I am saying that whenever the object is in moving position and after some times when an object reaches a surface, it becomes stationary. In such a situation, always we use preposition on to. Is it clear? Is it clear? Now, next use of preposition on to. Now, whenever we talk about preposition on to, if we are talking about anything of which we are partially aware of and we don't know about anything completely, then we use preposition on. I had a discussion on that topic. I had a discussion means I was not fully aware, but I had a discussion on that topic. But I was on to that topic. I was on to that topic means I was fully aware of that topic. So whenever we are sure of anything, whenever we have full knowledge of anything, then we use preposition on to. And whenever the knowledge is not complete, whenever it is partial, we use preposition on. Is it clear? For example, if I say they know I was on to their plan. If I write they know I was on to their plan. So I have written they know I was on to their plan. That is, I was knowing fully about their plan. So in such a situation, preposition on to is being used. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now we are going to talk about uses of preposition upon. Now, immediately after doing something, if something happens, then preposition upon is used. Immediately after doing something other happens or follows, then preposition upon is being used. For if I say I was informed, if I say let me take one example. I started writing the examination. I started checking the copies upon reaching the examination hall. Immediately after doing something, that is after performing, I started writing the answer. I started writing the answer. I started writing the answer upon seeing the question paper. One action is being done and then next action follows. Then in such a situation, immediately after, when one action is followed immediately after the other action, then always in such a situation, always remember that preposition upon is being used. Then preposition upon is often used as a result of declaration of result. When we declare something, then also when we use preposition upon. For example, if I say she started dancing upon hearing the results. When she heard the results, she started dancing. So we use preposition upon when one action precedes the other action. For example, if I say upon declaration of the result, she rushed to her mother. Means after hearing the result or after hearing about something, she immediately rushed to her mother. Now, when preposition upon is often used when any event, festival or program is about to take place. program is about when any event, festival or program is about to take place, always remember that in such a situation, preposition in such a situation, in such a condition, always preposition upon is being used. For example, if I write, our exam will be soon due upon us. Our exam will be soon due upon us. So, any event, program, the examination is a program, it is about to take place. So, whenever we are describing any such thing, we always use preposition upon. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, the difference between use of preposition on and upon. See, in such a situation, in any situation, when we want to speak more in any situation, when we want to speak more formally about anything, then always remember that instead of upon, in such a situation, instead of on, in such a situation, we use preposition upon. For example, if I say, my whole future depends upon my hard work. If I say, formally I am saying, my whole future depends upon my hard work. Whenever we speak more formally of anything, then preposition upon is used instead of preposition on. If I say, they ran to the gate upon hearing the bell. They ran to the gate on this. If I say they ran to the gate on hearing the bell, it is in a normal way. But if I say they ran towards the gate upon hearing the bell, then it is a formal way of saying. Whenever we are trying to talk formally, then we use preposition upon instead of preposition on. Is this much clear? Is it clear? Now, upon is often used between two nouns when one is more important than the other. Upon is often used between two nouns when one is more important than the other. Clear? Upon is often used between two nouns when one is more important than the other. For example, if I say, he crossed further mile upon mile. He crossed further mile upon mile. He crossed further mile upon mile. So, mile upon mile. Comparison. When one preposition, when one noun becomes, that is mile, becomes more important than the other, then we use preposition upon. Is it clear? Is it clear? Is this much clear? Now we are going to talk about preposition on to. We had already talked about preposition on to, but when sometimes in place of preposition on to also we use preposition upon. So when any object become stationary after staying in motion, walk, climb, prefer, then we always prefer onto. As I have told you when we were talking about preposition onto, that whenever any object becomes stationary after being in a moving position, then when that object becomes stationary, then we use preposition onto. We prefer using preposition onto, but in some cases we can use preposition upon also. If I say he fell upon the ground, he fell upon the ground, but he must have been in moving position before he became stationary and had fallen on the ground. So he fell upon the ground, he fell onto the ground. We prefer using onto, but in certain situations, in certain sentences, we can use preposition upon also. The use is same, but the preference is always given to use of preposition onto rather than preposition upon. Whenever we are talking about any stationary or any moving object becoming stationary, we can use upon and onto both, but preference is always given to usage of using preposition onto. Is it clear? 2. Now have you all understood the usage of preposition upon and onto? Is that much clear? Okay. Now on is used to show direction, to is used to show the direction of the movement of the object. To show the direction of the movement of the object. For example, if this is assume it to be some object, if it is moving towards that direction, then to is used to denote the direction of the movement of the object. For example, if I say Pradeep is going to London. Pradeep is going to London. So towards which direction Pradeep is moving? Pradeep is moving towards London. So I know the direction. Whenever we are talking about direction of the moving object, whenever we know the direction of the moving object, then always remember that we use preposition to. Example, is it clear? Is it clear? You must be confused between the usage of preposition to and towards. Always remember that there is a difference between usage of preposition to and towards. Towards is used when we don't know the destination, when we are uncertain of the destination. For example, if this object is moving towards that direction, we know it is moving towards that direction, but if it is going towards there, from there it can go this side also, it can go here also. So we don't know the direction, but when we know the direction, when we know that it is going to reach there only, it is going to reach this point only, then we are fully aware of the direction, we are fully knowing the direction. Then in such a situation, always remember that preposition to is used. Only difference between the usage of to and towards when we are denoting the direction is that towards is used when the direction is uncertain. When the direction is uncertain, we are not fully aware of the direction of the moving object. Then the preposition towards is being used. Is it clear? Is this much clear? Is this much clear? Now another usage of preposition to is used as an infinite. For example, if I say that preposition to is also sometimes placed before action verb. If I say that they come here to play, I am saying that they come here to play, but when they come here to play, I am not aware of that. So infinite verb, infinite and action and the preposition to is often placed before action verb. Play. Play is action verb. To is used before play. So it is used as an infinite and is placed before an action verb. So preposition. This is also one of the usage of preposition to. To is used to show time, ending point or a period. To is often used to show time. It is often called preposition of time, and it is often used to show the ending point. For example, if I say the meeting is going to end. The meeting is going to end. The meeting is going to end. Or if I say the petrol prices, point, time, period, ending point or limit also. It is often used to denote limit also. If I say the petrol prices are going to rise to 80 liter per rupees. If I say the petrol prices are going to rise, the petrol prices are going to rise $80 per liter are going to rise 80 paise per liter. So it is showing some limit. It is denoting some limit to which the price is going to reach. So that becomes the ending point. So often preposition to is used to denote ending point or period. If I say this match is going to finish in half an hour, this match is about to be over, or this match is going to finish soon. So I am denoting the end. So in such a situation, always remember that preposition to is used. Is it clear? Now we are going to talk about preposition from. Always remember, children, that when we use preposition from, it is used to denote the returning point, the returning. It is going to denote the direction, that is the returning. The direction, that is the returning, and preposition from is returning, or sometimes it is used to show the origin and return. Origin and return. Okay. In such a situation, we always use preposition from. If I say that this bus travels from Mumbai to Goa. If I say that this bus travels from Mumbai to Goa. I have written this bus travels from Mumbai to Goa. In such a situation, always remember that we use preposition upon when it is going. It shows the direction or the returning or the origin, the destination or the origin. We always use preposition from. If I ask you where are you from? That is, where is your origin? Where is your base? Where are you from? So when I am talking about origin, always remember that in such a situation we always use preposition from. If I say, where are you from? If I say I am from Lucknow. I am from Lucknow. So I am showing the origin. That is, my origin is from Lucknow. So always in such a situation, always remember that preposition from is used. Is this much clear to all of you? Sometimes preposition from is also used. Always remember that some preposition from is also used sometimes to show the cause, or the reason. If I say he died from heart attack, that is the reason of his death was heart attack. If I say in the 21st century, people are dying from COVID-19. In the 21st century, or if I say currently, people are dying from COVID-19. So I'm telling the cause why people are dying. People are dying from COVID-19. So from is used. From is used to denote the cause or the reason. Is this much clear to all of you? So today we had discussed about usage of preposition on to, then we had discussed about usage of preposition upon, and to usage of preposition to and from. So all of you are going to revise it. I will share some exercises, please do it, and then we will again continue from here in the next class. Okay? Thank you so much, children.